I'm Just Saying is sponsored by Hover.com. Go to gfu.hover.com and get 10% off your entire purchase. FreshBooks. FreshBooks is an easy-to-use online invoicing service that saves you time, gets you paid faster, and makes you look professional. Get started completely for free at freshbooks.com. And by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook by going to audiblepodcast.com/GFQ. Hey everybody, welcome to I'm Just Saying week 62.
Hey.
Broadcasting live from Gush Katif. Lon Blaze.
What?
No? I thought we're not in Gush Katif in Gaza? No?
Oh.
Gush Katif?
No?
We'll be in Gush Katif.
That was my
if you
G.
want.
Gordon Libby impersonation.
G. Gordon Libya?
Yeah, Libya. G. Gordon Libya.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch it.
Is Libya like the past tense for labia?
The how could there be a past tense for labia?
Have you been there?
Yes. It's not a nice place. Occasionally. It's spring. I hear it's nice in the autumn. No? I don't know what the hell's happening.
What are you talking
High on Valium. I don't know. By the way, I want to address that. I joke all the time, and I say I'm high on Valium.
Yes.
I got an email from somebody, a very concerned viewer. It's a joke. I don't even have Valium. I've never taken Valium. It's just a joke.
No, he just takes Percocets.
I just take Percocets and Vicodins and straight morphine into my IV. That's what.
Like Elvis had the bowl of bacon
Yeah,
at the piano. He has a bowl of, just random pills.
Yeah. And I said
Absolutely.
Libby. I meant Liddy. G. Gordon Liddy.
Takes them
G.
straight.
Gordon Lydia.
Yeah. G. Gordon Lydia. Hey, Lon.
Hey.
You are slim.
I am working heavily on my.
I don't know why it's sticking out today. Your slimness is sticking out.
That's just wrong in lots of
No,
ways.
I don't know why. I didn't really notice it last week, but this week I'm noticing.
I think he's wearing like a dark, more fitted T-shirt.
Yeah.
And I have to thank Fit Body Boot Camp of Great Neck.
Oh yeah, you've been doing it, huh?
Oh yeah.
How's it going?
Really well. Really, really well. I'm actually considering becoming a trainer there.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
You know, you should do it full character. Either A, do the drill sergeant, crazy tough guy, or over the top flamboyant Lon. Which one do you pick?
I pick over the top flamboyant.
Line.
But I think you should do it really seriously. I mean, really go in like army fatigues and look terrifying. And then as you speak, you bring the yoo-hoo out.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's what you should do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Character training. That'd be great. That's a brilliant idea I just came up with, right?
You're so
you do
creative.
different characters for each, maybe you could have, Joanna the I don't know what. Let's come up with a character for her.
The dominatrix.
The dominatrix.
You want something a little apart from her, like that she has to work at.
She has to work.
That would just come a little too natural.
Yeah.
A couple of big things I've been doing. I've been cutting down sugar just mercilessly, and I'm not eating a lot of less food. I'm just eating a lot of less kinds of food.
Okay. Like what kind? What have you cut?
Carbs, serious carbs.
Okay.
But the carbs that are left, I've gone into less and less and less gluten all the time. Stuff with gluten not at all.
Yeah.
And what's weird is I've not dropped a lot of weight, but I've started to cut up and I've started to get smaller. Like it's like I'm tightening up.
How
I'm
far do you want
peeing
to
like
take
a
this though?
madman.
How far do you want to take this? Do you want to get jacked? I mean, do you want to get
I don't think with what I'm doing I'll get jacked. All I'll do is get thin. And my trainer once said that I have a really good body under all the bubble wrap.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to find a way to
He's trying to
rid my-
find the really good body.
Jessica described my body as Hulk Hogan now.
Hulk Hogan now.
Now. That's what she called, because she said I look
Nice.
like an ex-wrestler that's gone through hell because there's muscle, but I've just packed the fat on top of the
Top of
muscle.
the muscle?
So if I go like this, you could see all the cuts, but if I'm standing, I look like Ric Flair 10 years ago.
You look like the love child of Ric Flair and the Pillsbury
and
Doughboy.
the Pillsbury Doughboy, yeah.
I don't know if we kind of talked about this, but something that we found out recently about gluten is that there are people who are seriously allergic to it. They have celiac disease.
Our friend Maggie, yeah.
Okay, celiac disease, okay? That's really bad.
And you would know. You begin. I mean, you begin to know because people who have celiac
Elizabeth
disease.
Hasselbeck has celiac disease, and when she was on Survivor, starving, she said she never felt better in her life.
That's interesting. Maggie, which just had a baby, so congratulations to Maggie. She gave birth while I was on the air.
Did
I
she?
somehow
on the show? Did you do that?
I did it.
That's cool.
You're
Yeah.
magic.
Yeah.
Push, but first, this word from Hover.
This pregnancy is brought to you by hover.com. Domain names made simple. Now, Lon, if you're
Oh
tired,
my God, she's crowning.com.
if you're tired of the upsell with the crowning and with the childbirth, the last thing you want to deal with when you're going through that is just a barrage of emails telling you, hey, why don't you buy this domain? Why don't you buy that domain? You're buying a domain, you're saying, I'm crowning.com or how many there's
doesn't look like mykid.com. Yeah.
How many there's two things a man does not want to hear. Is she crowning? And how dilated is she? If I hear 2 centimeters dilated, there's nothing more of a turn on. And you can buy that domain at hover.com. Now, I'm going to tell you a story. We're running a contest here on the network, and you see how we just twisted this childbirth of Maggie giving birth to a kid to a beautiful
I
live
want to
read.
say to Hover that I segued into that. I should get credit for that.
You're going to get all the credit for that.
Okay.
But we're running a contest here on the network, and you guys, I'm going to ask you to post this on your website because this is a big contest.
Okay.
We ran the Name Your Domain contest. So we picked, if you bought a domain name within the last, I think it was like a week we ran it for, you automatically entered to get a $100 Visa gift card.
Very nice.
We had so many people buy domains that week. We want to up the ante. We're running the contest for 2 weeks and giving away $200 in Visa gift cards. We're also going to be giving away a 5-year term for Hover to the lucky winner.
Wow.
And I forgot who won last year, last time when we ran the contest, but it was crazy how many people bought it, and they loved the service. I just had somebody tweet me on Twitter. They wrote, the Twitter name is Eddie in NC. They wrote, at Hover, at GFQ, purchase another domain name from Hover. This could get expensive. Why does Hover make it so easy? And that's what I've been telling you guys for months now. They make it so simple to buy a domain name.
See, Hover should play hard to get.
Hard to get. I know. They're a little too easy.
Yeah.
But you know what the problem is? Those other guys play hard to get. They kill elephants, and then they steal my catchphrases, by the way. So another company, supposedly, I have no proof of this. They stole my catchphrase for the live read that I do for Hover.
Oh.
Well,
Isn't that? And I told Hover that. They go, yeah, it makes sense.
That's
makes
not
sense.
very nice.
But I love
if
those
they
guys.
use your catchphrase to kill an elephant, I think you sue.
Yeah. If you use my catchphrase to kill the elephant, that's when I sue.
Yeah.
Go to gfq.hover.com. Get 10% off your entire purchase. I absolutely love the service. I'm proud to do live reads for them because I believe in the service, and I've said it from day one. I will never take an advertiser on this network if I don't believe in the product and if I don't use the product. And I really, really stick by Hover. I've transferred every one of my domains, and that's no lie. You can look up my domains. I only have, I believe, 2 or 3 domains with those other guys, and I'm locked into them because certain websites are connected.
Yeah.
And it's going to be such a mess, but I've transferred every one of my sites, and we're talking over 100 websites I've transferred over to Hover.
That's great.
Because
listen,
I don't
I'm
wanna
putting
deal
out
with
a
this stuff.
challenge to the I'm Just Saying
Do it.
audience. Get your butt over to Hover. Get yourself a domain. Let's take over the world.
Very nice, Lon. Very nice. But
Absolutely.
back to Maggie. Maggie gave birth on Friday, late Friday, so about 6 o'clock. And I take full, I somehow mixed it into my ego, and I feel responsible for her child being born on the air. So she was born while I was doing a tech show.
How
But
very
Maggie had a gluten allergy for years.
I know she does. Yeah.
She would break out. I don't know. She said she would break out if she had gluten. She cut gluten out of her diet, and she never broke out again.
Yeah.
She stopped cutting gluten out during her pregnancy
Why?
because she wasn't gaining any weight.
I need
she
to take
gained,
a- I
she
need to
gained
take-
like 9 pounds during the entire pregnancy.
I need to interrupt
wow.
this show.
Yes.
Right now,
Yes.
we are being listened to by a celebrity.
Whom?
Huh.
Yes. If he's listening and it's okay, I'll mention his name. But we are being a recently in contact with me celebrity, huh?
Really?
Yeah. Say hi.
Hi.
Is it G. Gordon Liddy?
No.
Though I think that in this celebrity's life, G. Gordon Liddy playing him is an absolute possibility.
That's very interesting.
G. Gordon Liddy playing him?
Yes, G. Gordon Liddy should play this guy. No, G. Gordon Liddy's dead, so this guy should play G. Gordon Liddy.
There you go.
When did G. Gordon Liddy die?
A while back.
You sure?
Yep.
Really?
Yep. Oh no, Haig died, didn't he?
No,
yeah.
G. Gordon Liddy died a long time ago.
No, G. Gordon Liddy's alive.
He is?
He's alive.
Yeah, he's 80 years
Well,
old.
this'll kill him.
This will
Yeah,
kill
this
him.
will kill him.
Yeah. But she had gluten allergies, so she cut it out, and it stopped. But I guess during her pregnancy, she started eating things with gluten. But it's a tough thing to cut gluten because everything has gluten.
It does.
Right.
It's very
And the
hard.
thing that we found out, okay, now there are people that are like have a horrible allergy and they have celiac disease, but what they found is that there are people who have
For people who don't know, what is celiac disease?
celiac disease is just the inability for your body to process gluten, and it shuts your
But
body
you
down.
get
Shuts it down.
if you eat gluten, you'll get like a horrible reaction. You'll get terrible stomach pains and diarrhea and cramps and all
It's
sorts
almost
of
like
icky, horrible.
Lactose intolerant. Almost
something like that, and your stomach can blow up.
Oh boy,
like really horribly. Yeah, my cousin had it when he was a baby, way years ago, when no one knew what it was. It was a very weird thing, and my aunt had a very hard time. When he was a kid.
It's hard to diagnose. How do you know?
Yeah, and well, he was diagnosed, but it was hard to find stuff to feed him. Now you can find gluten-free things, but back then you couldn't.
Oh yeah, we're big gluten party people.
But what we discovered, what we heard, is that many people, most people, are sensitive to gluten when they have it in large quantities. Small amounts are fine, but when you have too much of it, your body can't process it. What we found out is that, they always say the Mediterranean diet's the most healthy, and they study it because
they live forever.
People, and they're not fat.
Yeah.
People in Italy, they eat great food. They're not fat. One of the things we found is that the pasta and bread, all the carbs in Italy do not have the same amount of gluten in it that they do in this country.
American wheat.
American wheat, yeah.
They've overprocessed.
It's overprocessed
and hyperbred it, so that it's not even real wheat anymore.
So basically, our wheat our wheat has like 5 times more gluten in it than the wheat in Italy, for example.
Very interesting,
isn't it?
Yeah.
And we met a woman on the trip, young woman, and she was saying she has
gluten intolerant.
She had gluten intolerance. She doesn't have celiac disease, but she's gluten intolerant, and so she really stays away from it because it makes her not feel well. So they were in Italy, and she said, "Oh God, I'm in Italy. I want it. I should eat the pasta. In Italy.
I'll suffer, but
it's Italy." They went out. She had a big dinner, pasta, bread, the whole thing. She was perfectly fine.
But is it instantaneous? I mean,
yes,
if you've cut gluten out from your diet for years and you go back to it for a little while, is it gonna?
Well,
that I don't know, but I do know that when people are highly sensitive to it, the reaction is instantaneous. So she came home that night and she was sick as a dog that night. No, she wasn't. She was perfectly fine. So the next day, she tried eating some gluten on the boat.
Yeah.
And
the gluten on the boat
sick.
was loaded on in the
Yeah.
Right, because it was
fascinating.
American food.
Yeah.
So what does that tell you? Isn't that interesting,
That's
though?
really interesting.
And one of the things that over-glutenized food does, you can't process it, so we get puffy. So basically, we're not eating gluten-free because that's a real pain.
Because there's gluten in everything.
Everything,
But
yeah.
we're trying to find things that are gluten-free. Right.
Gluten-free or less.
We actually found pretzel sticks, gluten-free pretzel sticks, and they're really good.
No, Jessica used to buy. Jessica actually knows a lot of places to get gluten-free stuff.
Yeah,
some
of it now is really good.
There's a place here that makes gluten-free pizza.
Yep.
Right around here. I forgot exactly where. And there's a bakery that opened up in the island, and it's all gluten-free.
In Merrick? That Merrick?
It's like cupcakes, gluten-free cupcakes.
and we are there's a couple of them in the city too. We went to the one in the city.
Yeah.
it's
And
not cheap.
No, it's not cheap. We got some stuff. It was really good. Oh, at the milk farm, we got amazing chocolate chip cookies, gluten-free chocolate chip cookies, and they were amazing.
But here's the thing: I've cut out way more gluten than her. Okay, and
actually,
I
that's
gained a pound.
Kind of not really true, hon.
No, I've cut out. You have it in your creamer. You have it in. You have it in things. I've made an effort to cut it out of everything. But
that has to be tough.
But in cutting out the gluten, I've not lost a bunch of weight, but I have lost a bunch of inches.
Yeah.
I had to go to a funeral Friday. I put on a suit that I bought 23 years
Wow.
ago, and it fit me. 23 years ago.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I was blown away. I walked out and I said, "Recognize the suit?" And she was like, "Oh my God. Oh my God." Yeah.
The bell bottoms on that suit.
Yeah, there you go.
No, actually, the suit doesn't look dated. It's amazing. See, men can get away with that. Women can't.
You know what? It's European cut pants don't get dated. They're wide-legged and they fit well.
think
I don't know if
that's
this
true.
is European cut, but it's still really not dated. Women, it's much harder to get away with that.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing. So
That's amazing.
I'm cutting down the gluten and I'm cutting down the, and I'm using things like I have the party coming up. I'm using it. I love deadlines. That's why we did. When you come today, I loaded a truck with a gazebo. We have a new gazebo for around the pool.
Yeah, I forgot you have a pool?
No,
the
it's
hot
hot
tub.
tub.
The hot tub.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. No, well, how about I was wondering how with the gluten, how long are you going to keep this up? How long are you going to not do the gluten?
I'm gonna
Or
try.
cut it out.
I'm gonna try and make it part of my life.
That's interesting. It's a tough thing.
It is tough.
Yeah, it's a lot of discipline, which I
It
lack.
is tough. But you can't. The thing is now, I mean, probably not everywhere in the country. We live in New York City, so we tend to get these things sooner.
First and sooner.
Yeah.
We have access to some really good tasting gluten-free stuff. I'm sure if you live in a small town somewhere, that's not true.
Yeah, it's difficult.
So
to
it's a
find
lot
it.
more difficult because gluten is in pretty much everything. It's in ketchup. It's in certain mustards. It's in pre-made salad dressing. But see, I don't really
Anything that
eat
gets
most
thickened.
of that stuff.
Anything that gets thickened up, like anything like a salad dressing, ketchup, mustard, mayonnaises. They just add gluten because gluten doesn't add calories.
But we did, however, have really delicious pinkberry today.
Oh,
What is that?
Sweet.
But
Pinkberry?
yeah, pinkberry. It's the
Oh,
yogurt
it's
place
so
in the
good.
city.
It's frozen yogurt.
Red mango is coming
Oh, right.
right here.
Where?
I think Pinkberry is like
It's
red
like that.
mango.
But it's the greatest
it's
yogurt
real-
place ever.
It's like real frozen
Yeah,
yogurt.
real frozen yogurt.
And
It's got that tang in it?
Yeah.
that real. Yes,
You know what I
okay,
get?
Pinkberry
The
has
plain. I get the plain with granola. That's it. That's all I need. It is the greatest thing I've ever had. I'm not gonna get crazy and go for the pomegranate. That's pushing it a little too
I
much.
had
She
pomegranate
had
today.
pomegranate today.
Not pushing it.
I love.
I had
pomegranate.
watermelon.
Not pushing it.
Covered
I'll
with
stick to my
kiwis
plain.
and raspberries. Not whole kiwis. That would be
I
weird.
love pomegranate. I like
Absolutely.
pomegranate.
Very
It's
cool.
interesting how that's become a big trend.
Yeah.
You know that's the thing now. Those
What
yogurt places.
Well, because it's a treat, and you feel like you're sinning, but it's not unhealthy.
But here's the thing though. It's not it's not that expensive. People think because
The
it's all
Pinkberry
natural.
is expensive. Yes.
At Red Mango, it's not as expensive because we went to a yogurt place here,
Where's
like
it coming
Icy
to?
place.
You said it's coming. Where's it coming to?
Right on Bell. I forgot. I don't know
Oh,
exactly
cool.
where. So it's
Oh,
right
very
here.
cool.
But there's a lot of ice cream places here and
Yeah.
like
Y-
Italian
y-
ice
yours
shops.
is-
Right.
yeah. I was
It's
just gonna
more
say,
money. Like the thing that I get at Red Mango is less than getting a regular frozen yogurt at the.
Oh no,
the
Pinkberry's
Italian place.
expensive. He got a large and I got a medium, and it was almost $17.
Wow, that's a lot of money
It's a lot of money.
for yogurt.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know people
I
that
would-
make their own. They
It's
make their
very
own frozen
pricey.
yogurt.
I would have
Yeah, I
liked
do know- I know-
someone to kiss me for that money.
$17 for yogurt.
Yeah.
Maybe we should get a yogurt maker, hon.
Oh yeah, a frozen yogurt
A
maker.
frozen yogurt. Do they have those? They have ice cream makers. I wonder if you could make frozen
Sure,
yogurt.
it's the same way, right?
Let's find out.
I'm looking
We'll
it
go
up.
Okay, he's looking it up online. We'll split one. You can have custody on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We'll take
Okay.
it.
Yeah, you can find them. Look at this. A Cuisinart Ice 50 BC Supreme ice cream maker. Does frozen yogurts as well. $229.
That's not horrible.
We got an ice cream maker for our wedding, and Jessica made me return it. I'm devastated. So upset that she made me return that
we
thing.
got one and
But
never
Don't
used
you
it.
like if the crease doesn't lay well in your pants? Don't you get devastated from that too?
I do, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
just offering perspective, folks.
You're a little fragile.
I am.
You
I am.
are.
Things devastate me.
Yes, you are a little
Ooh,
fragile.
look at this. 2-quart frozen yogurt ice cream and sorbet maker.
Ooh.
$99.95.
I enjoy a sorbet. I like a good sorbet.
This is all a big scam. It's gonna be such a big mess. It's gonna cost you so much more to make the damn ice cream yourself.
I know.
It's such a scam.
And
People think
and it's not going to taste like it does.
there's
when
always
you
some
go get-
mother in the Midwest that thinks she's gonna save money from making her own ice cream, and it's like
Between that and the coupons at Costco.
Yeah. Have you watched that extreme? What is it?
Extreme coupon?
Extreme couponing.
Isn't that the craziest thing ever?
Yeah.
Phyllis is close to that.
Phyllis gets there.
Okay, I don't understand. If somebody came to my shop with $1,000 worth of coupons, and I ended up having to give them $3 in the end, and they got $2,000 of merchandise, I am not doing this transaction. It's crazy. I don't know. We can't do it here. I looked it up. It's certain stores.
Well, yeah, the whole
In the
double coupon thing.
We don't get that here.
Yeah,
No.
we used to. We used to have double coupons when you were a child.
Yeah, that doesn't exist here. We don't have double and triple coupons and double saving days, and it's a specific day once a year you get to go.
It's
and you know
how
what they're
they
buying?
get people to live in those places.
Yeah,
Andrew.
that's exactly how they do it. And you know what they end up buying? It's never like turkey breast, chicken breast. It's never beef.
I can't believe you poured into your own breath.
It's
You're a sad, sick child.
5,000 sticks of deodorant.
Well, you don't want to be caught without.
It's amazing. And this
It is.
person is selfish, and they're buying it all for themselves. 5,000 sticks of deodorant. There was this one woman, she bought, and I think it was Gatorade. It was Gatorade
Ew.
or like vitamin water. She bought 300 things of Gatorade, and she claimed it was for the Marines. The Marines are not getting that Gatorade. She's keeping it in her cellar.
You
Well,
see,
it's
what
a
you should
different kind of
do
hoarding. It's organized hoarding.
Is go do the double couponing, get the Gatorade for nothing, and then turn around and sell it for $2 a bottle.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm looking here. There's an article on MSNBC, and they're talking about extreme couponing. Most of the time, it's stuff you don't need.
Right.
Right, and you can't get the brand. It's like when
You can't. Right. That's like when
What
we
we
go
found-
to BJ's.
Another-
A lot of the time, they never have they don't have the kind, the brand that I like.
that you like, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. They have toothpaste, but not the kind I like. Or they have, shaving cream, but not the kind he likes.
I use a women's shaving cream.
Do you?
I do.
He does.
I use women's razors. Very sensitive face.
Yeah, well, I have to, I run through razors with this thing going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he does. But yeah, he uses women's shaving cream. It's softer. It's more moisturizing.
No one's complaining, Andrew.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say.
Supposedly.
That's all I'll say. Well, that's so sick.
You're both so sensitive. What can I say?
We really
So
do.
terribly sensitive. So yes, we got the enclosure for the hot tub, and we got it on Craigslist. And listen to this. This is a trip. When we bought the hot tub a few years ago,
we saw an enclosure
on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And we priced it, and it was $4,500.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yes, and
Yeah.
we had just bought the hot tub, which wasn't cheap. So we were
said,
like, you know
maybe
what?
one day we'll get the enclosure.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm on Craigslist, and I see the exact same enclosure on sale
Okay.
for $3,000.
Okay.
Hold on. So I got all chutzpah-y, if such a word exists.
Yeah.
And I
Aren't you
I
glad
ca-
you married me?
I know, because I would never have done this before.
Gone on Craigslist and bargained?
Yes.
Yeah, I went on and I said,
Never.
I have $2,000.
Uh-huh.
That's it. I don't have a penny more. I have $2,000 for you. And he took it.
That's amazing.
Okay.
Was it used or was
Wait,
it new?
No. Well, here's the thing. I go to pick it up today. I find out that this hot tub enclosure was the one in the hot tub store that I was at.
Oh, that's
They went out of
amazing.
business. They bought it. They liquidated the guys. And
That's
you
amazing.
imagine?
so it's not only the one I
funny.
saw, but it's the
It's
one
that
I
one
saw.
you saw.
It's the exact same.
How
one.
long ago did you see it?
3
like
years.
3
It's a
years.
floor.
Oh my God.
It's a floor model.
You were destined to have it.
I know,
I know.
and it was
That's what
never
it means.
open.
So we've now poured a concrete enclosure, a concrete rim around the hot tub
Mm-hmm.
to mount it so that, we've lost the other 2 gazebos.
Now, you're having this party.
Yeah.
Yes.
The dance plague party.
Okay. I'm just saying, what if
What if?
10 o'clock at night,
Mm-hmm.
everybody's having a good time,
Mm-hmm.
Andrew strolls in your yard, doesn't say hello to anybody, in a Speedo, no
Mm-hmm.
shirt,
Mm-hmm.
flip-flops, goes right into the pool.
That's not a problem.
I'm considering it. That's going to
Okay.
be the way I show up at your party.
Okay.
Is it the rainbow Speedo? Did
The
you
rainbow
get
Speedo.
the rainbow
Okay.
Speedo?
I
We
had to
have
order
told
the
people
rainbows.
to bring bathing suits and towels. So
Does
they can
anybody
use
ever go in the
hot tub.
pool? I think that's a weird
Yeah.
thing. I think going to
Yes.
somebody's house and going in the pool, I feel weird. Not because it's gross. I just feel I don't know. I might be that person. Like, what if I'm the only one?
No, we had. Well, last year no one went in the hot tub because, if you recall, it was so freaking hot.
It was really hot.
It was brutal. Nobody even wanted to
No
go
one
in
to
the
go into a hot tub.
In fact, half the party stayed inside because we have central
Yeah.
air because it was just so hot. But the year before, and I don't know if you were there,
No.
No.
the year before, half the party was in the hot tub.
Yeah, it was pretty wild.
Yeah. Yeah, half the party was in the hot tub.
I'm gonna be. I'll show up early this year.
Well,
You
all right.
That's what you do. So you
No,
can-
no. I came really late last
You-
time.
so you
I
can
showed up
leave
at 10.
early.
I show up early so I can leave early.
Yes.
It's my MO. That's how I roll. I get really drunk by 7:30 and I stroll home.
Well,
But
we
see-
will
fine
be
with that.
we will be
The
having
really fun people. That's my phone. Ignore that. I forgot to turn it
What's
off.
that? Girls Gone Wild? The Girls Gone Wild theme?
It's my Calypso theme.
I see. That's a weird thing. Like with the parties, I think there's certain party etiquette that
This
people
is our
need to
party
follow.
theme.
This is the exact theme. With the plague of what year?
15, 18.
15, 18.
The dance plague of 15.
I think there's certain party etiquette that people do not follow.
That's true.
like answering the invitation. Sorry, people.
Yes, like RSVPing
Well,
anybody
it's
out
online,
there.
right? It's an online invitation.
Yes.
There's more slack with an online invitation.
No.
No.
You don't
Because we
think so?
used to mail them out, and it was just as bad.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
That is rude. If somebody mails you out an invitation, no matter what, you have to RSVP. Yes, or no?
We used to mail them
We
out,
believe that.
and people still didn't.
I
respond.
personally, I don't accept a online an evite as a real invitation. I don't accept it. in
You,
my
the
life.
tech guy, don't believe in
don't
the
believe in
Evite.
evites. Don't believe in
Oh,
evites.
You're a
Shut up.
sad.
Yeah, I
sick
really
man.
don't. I believe in personal phone calls. I believe in sending out letters
When
to
you're
a party.
inviting
On personalized
upwards
scented
of 200
stationery?
yes, when you're inviting upwards of 200 people,
No.
you're not. I'm not
Maybe
calling
you shouldn't
them
have the
all.
party, Joe. Maybe you shouldn't have a party. with
Maybe
You know what
you
our
just-
greatest fear is?
Shouldn't come.
Well, everybody shows up.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's gonna happen. We just don't know when.
1 year. Yeah, everybody you invite.
Because we've
Yes.
invited. God, it's like 300 or so people.
What's the most that somebody showed up?
1 year, not in our house,
In our apartment.
in our
my God.
1-bedroom apartment, we had 75 people. It rocked.
What the hell did you do?
We had the greatest time.
It was a great party.
Were
It
people
was-
complaining?
No,
No.
everybody had a ball. Everybody was.
Our bedroom was
Tanked?
stuffed.
You know what's so funny? Jessica feels that her house is too small for a party with 50 people.
Is she crazy?
Yeah. We were talking the other day, and I'm like, we're planning to have a party at the end of the summer. And she goes, oh, but we can't have 50 people here. Our house is too small. I go, our house is over 4,000 square feet. What are you talking
She's
about?
nuts.
It's small. I don't know.
Besides, it's,
She has no depth perception, so she has no idea what size things are. Like, she has this convoluted idea that her aunt's house, which is half the size of ours, is larger than our house. And I don't know why, but it's always an argument in the family, and the entire family thinks the same. They go, oh, no. The aunt's house is much larger than your house. I'm like, how many bedrooms does the aunt have? He goes, 3. How many bedrooms do you have? I said, 7. There's 7 bedrooms in this house.
well, maybe it's the downstairs area she's talking about.
I don't know.
But it's not
But
small.
look at this. I think because certain things are off limits, like this is off limits.
Right.
And the front of the house really is off limits. But, I mean, nobody's going to be in the house.
Yeah.
Nobody's in the house.
I mean, yeah, she's crazy.
She's out of
Besides,
her mind.
it's good to have people packed
Yeah.
together a little bit. It makes the party more lively psychologically.
Yeah.
When you put 50 people in like in a theater. You have a theater, let's say, that seats 500 people. You put 50 people in there, it looks sad.
It looks sad, yeah.
You put 50 people in the theater that seats 50 people.
Looks packed.
You've got to, right.
You
exactly.
guys were here for the Windows 7 party, right?
Yeah.
You remember how that was a crazy party? We ended up playing beer pong, unless you left early.
We must have left. I don't remember beer pong.
People are playing beer pong. I had a guy that works at Sirius doing the play-by-play. He works at Howard. He was doing the play-by-play for the beer pong. And I insulted him by saying, boy, this is where you are in your career doing play-by-play for a shitty internet radio station. And he got a little upset.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, whatever. Was that the party I was having? I was
Yeah.
lecturing.
Yes.
your buddy in the army.
Yes. Yeah.
I was lecturing
you
your
were
friend
lecturing him.
on the Thai prostitutes that he thought loved him so much.
Yeah. They love me long time.
Yes,
That's what they tell me.
They love him long time.
No, they have a
Oy.
choice. They don't have to do that.
Yeah. They don't have to be a
No,
prostitute.
they like it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah,
see,
they
Ashley Dupree has a choice. Ashley Dupree
Yes.
did not have to be a prostitute. I don't think the girl in Malaysia
yes,
that's been a prostitute since she was 11
right.
had a choice.
No, generally not.
I don't think that happened.
Generally, they've been sold by their family.
Lon, have you been watching those toddlers in tiaras thing?
I love those.
Yeah.
Lon, what do you think of that?
Love those. They're so
You like it.
It's,
You
no,
like
no,
it.
it's proof that the United States is the Roman Empire
Yeah.
and we are crashing
Yeah,
and burning
we're crashing
real,
and
love
burning.
those.
real fast.
Yeah. Isn't that...
Sick?
I mean, I don't know how to feel when I'm watching that. Because I feel so dirty. Watching toddlers in tiaras.
I like the flippers when they put in the fake
The
teeth.
flippers, yeah.
Yes, the flippers.
Overly large fake teeth for everybody.
Well, now you don't need to feel dirty unless you're getting turned on.
No, but
Then I would
it's a
say you've got
dirty
bit of a
thing. It's a
problem.
weird, dirty thing to watch. I mean, you're watching children, 4-year-olds.
Yes.
I mean, looking like 50-year-old prostitutes.
I
No,
know.
you know what they look like? They look like former Miss America candidates.
Former Miss America.
That is what they, yeah.
Like when they're doing the commercial for diabetes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they look like.
Yeah.
Miss America,
'Cause
1994.
they're still rounded. You know,
Yeah,
they
they-
still have all their baby fat, so they look like they've gone. Yeah, it's real scary stuff.
They look like what each of the housewives of Orange County will look like when they hit 60.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
That's what they're
Absolutely.
going to look like.
Okay, well, segueing into the real thing, we watched Miss USA last night,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is basically, you know, a call girl festival now.
Isn't you know what's sad? I remember growing up, my grandmother was really into the Miss USA, Miss Universe competition.
Oh, yeah.
It was a big thing. And
my mom,
I guess
my mom was
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
I guess it's that generation.
Yeah.
I had no idea it happened. And I don't think majority of this country knew it happened.
No, I think girls probably more so. Girls and gay men. That's really.
And
who
you're
your
from a
big-
part of the
your
country
big
where,
audience
It's not
is.
important.
like when we watched last night, the moment they go to anyone in the Northeast, you and I know a dozen girls that are at least or better looking.
Yeah.
Yes, but it is huge in the
Well,
South.
Trump saved the entire thing,
Yeah.
right?
But it is a huge business in the South.
Marching
pages.
band,
And-
Friday night football, and beauty pageants.
Yes,
Yeah.
and like in Texas, it's huge.
It's monster huge.
Yeah.
So
it is
how was
huge.
it? How was
The girls were gorgeous. They really were. The girls
Well,
were
the
gorgeous.
Miss, there's Miss America and
They
there's
were.
Miss USA.
Mm-hmm.
Miss America has a talent competition. They
They
Is there a difference?
Oh, there's a
between the
huge
two?
difference.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Miss America is still much more conservative. They have a talent competition, which is worth part of the score. They also have very extensive interviews the week leading up to the pageant, and they have to have a platform something that they want to promote.
Joe, hang on a second.
Yes.
I'm watching Miss Wyoming hula hoop. We have to take a break for this.
That
Okay,
has to be
okay,
Miss America because there
okay.
was no talent
I
contest.
don't, no, I'm actually watching Miss USA 2011, and she's hula hooping, and she was Miss Wyoming.
You know that there are people.
So are you saying they're a little bit more hoary on Miss USA?
Miss USA is more of a beauty pageant.
Okay.
Andrew? Absolutely not.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, stop.
Absolutely not. They're not hoary at all.
They're all gorgeous.
No, they're
They're gorgeous.
You know, it used to be like one-piece bathing suits.
Yeah,
Yeah,
now
now
they're
it's
in like skimpy little bikinis, but not Miss America.
No,
No.
one piece for Miss America.
They wear two pieces now, but they're more conservatively cut.
Okay. So who won this year?
Miss California.
Miss California won Miss USA.
Yes.
What does she do from this moment on? She is a cheat. I mean, she's gotten the ring, right? She's Michael Jordan. She got
Yes.
that championship ring.
What does she do?
What do you do after you're Miss USA?
Okay, she makes a great deal of appearances, personal appearances.
where?
At
At the Hartford Civic Center for
Yep.
for
Yeah.
Vietnam vets?
yes,
Yep.
Okay.
yeah, for charities, schools, organizations. She also competes for Miss Universe.
Miss USA. How about Miss America? Does she
No.
compete? No.
Different organization, two different companies.
Trump doesn't own the other
It should
one.
be a
No.
it should be a cage match. That'd be
Yeah.
cool.
So what does Miss America compete for?
No, after she's
Nothing.
She's done.
She's
She's
done.
done.
She's won. It's
She's
over.
done.
She gets to marry a doctor.
She does
Okay,
her
yeah.
personal appearances and whatnot.
So now I win Miss USA, right?
Yes.
I still can see
Do I
that happening.
do
too.
I retire after because I can't compete the following year, right?
No.
See, I think they should allow them to compete. Can you imagine?
Well,
like Miss
some of-
USA, 37 years old. She's
What?
been Miss USA for 17
Well,
years.
wait, you know there are
Mrs. America.
there is a
Com-
Mrs. America.
Mm.
There is a Mrs. America.
But
And
but basically she has to have children.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
there's never been a Mrs. America that doesn't have children
Yeah.
because you have to emulate the whole.
Oh,
Mrs.
Brunette
Yes.
won this year, huh?
actually, her hair
red.
is sort of reddish. It's like auburn.
And she's Italian.
Really?
She's very pretty.
I don't like her dress, by the way. That green,
the
that
green dress?
emerald
I
dress.
love it.
But the
not
color
nice.
is gorgeous.
We loved it.
I'm not a big fan of the cut, actually, Joe.
Oh no,
Not a
we
big
loved
fan.
it. Loved it. I loved it. We
Andrew
all
is
loved
the
it.
Andrew is the son I never had.
We loved it.
Andrew's the gay
Some of the
son.
dresses were fabulous.
Andrew's the gay son this gay father never had.
So the dresses. Should we bring Katie in?
Yeah,
Yeah,
go
that's
ahead.
here?
Oh my god, I had no idea somebody was here. I just turned around, someone's sitting on the floor. We have chairs here.
Our friend Katie came to
Katie,
join us.
come in.
Come on in, Katie.
You can sit next to Joe. This is our friend Katie, who was rooting for Miss Wisconsin last night.
With the hula hoop.
With the blue.
I'm watching now. I'm watching this pageant. I don't know if you could see.
There's a talent for Miss Universe?
Did you
Miss
watch
USA.
this? Do you watch this
I've-
stuff?
I watched it last night.
Did you? Did you get into it?
Because she's a guest in our house,
She
so
got
she was
sucked
forced.
in.
Oh, you were forced to
She
watch
got
it.
sucked in,
They
yes.
held you hostage, huh?
We had our
That's what they do.
We had our eyelids propped open.
Miss
with toothpicks.
Texas has unbelievable abs. I just
Yeah.
want to say.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, unbelievable
They
abs.
did
I
Great
kind of
job.
liked Miss Tennessee. Miss Tennessee was kind of hot. Oh, and Miss New Mexico.
Miss New Mexico
Miss New Mexico was
hot. She was hot. She
Like
didn't make
trashy
it to
hot?
not trashy, but sexy. She
How
had
far
that.
did the trashy girls get?
They don't
Not
win.
too far, right?
No, they don't win.
Yeah. In life, they win, though.
Yes,
In life,
that's
they win.
probably true.
I'm watching. I don't know why. It's such a turnoff. It's just a bunch of drunk 20-year-old Miss USAs dancing on some railing, and that's my nightmare. That really
Because it's happened so many
it's
times
happened
to you?
no, I cannot be around a group of drunk women.
Yeah, I like.
Overly drunk.
I like my drunk women
You know
one
what
at
I
a
mean?
time.
Like in the
Oh,
club, like
super drunk
drunk,
women?
and everybody is sad because something happened, and there's always a dilemma, and I'm always
some
sober.
guy was mean to
Some
someone,
guy,
and there's drama.
and then Cindy needs a ride home because the boyfriend is mad at her.
And I'm going to be
Now-
40
Now,
someday.
now you got to drive Cindy home, and because you're the only one that's sober, and Cindy's crying because she's texting with the boyfriend and fighting with the boyfriend.
This only happens to women whose names.
Well, the boyfriend said he wasn't going out that night, and then she sees him in the club, and he's making out with somebody.
My nightmare. My nightmare. Welcome to the show.
Thanks.
This is what it is.
Well, welcome. Just
This is the
speak
show.
right into the mic anytime you would like to.
We like to complain.
Yeah. So Miss
Andrew
California
likes to
one.
complain.
Miss California one. She's very
Yes.
attractive.
She's very pretty.
Very nice.
She's very, very pretty. A lot of
Big age range this year.
a lot of the Miss USA contestants go on to have like talking head careers. You know what I mean?
Halle Berry was a former Miss.
Sure, but she was and so was wasn't Vanessa Williams?
Vanessa Williams was Miss America.
Okay.
She was in the conservative pageant until they found,
The pictures, yeah.
The pictures.
Then they
Decrowned
her. Yes.
Oh, come on. I mean, wasn't Miss Teen USA something happened with Miss Teen USA also? So if you win Miss Teen USA, do you qualify automatically for Miss USA?
No.
No, but it is the same organization. And actually, there was a girl who won both.
Uh-huh.
She won Miss Teen USA, and several years later, she won Miss
Where's
USA.
she in her career right now?
I have no idea.
Doing a commercial for diabetes.
Maybe.
Guarantee you.
Maybe. They do win.
She's
the
married
Miss
to the Sultan
America
of
pageant
Brunei.
gives scholarships, actually. They give out a lot of scholarships.
So did you see Crystal Harris was supposed to marry Hef over the weekend?
Yes.
She
broke it off. I got Playboy today, and on the cover it says, congratulations to Mrs. Hugh Hefner, whatever the title is.
Oh,
that
wow.
they gave her. And it's her. And the whole article is about how they're in love, and I guess it came out because they were getting married on Saturday, so it came out today,
Right?
And it was already sent to the presses, so everybody now has this entire magazine.
Actually,
about
the
how
ones on the newsstand, the ones that didn't go out yet, have some sort of a stamp on it.
No, I have it. I have the one without.
No, the new they have apparently
A second
they
printing?
Put,
Oh,
like
wow.
a second printing, and there's a big seal
Kind of a big deal.
like over her that says "Runaway Bride" or
Oh
something
my God.
like that. Yes.
Just never mind.
Oops.
Yeah, no.
Oh, it's nice
but you
that
got
Andrew.
did you get it in the mail?
Yeah. See that?
See, they probably mailed it
Yes.
Friday.
Yeah, we got it mailed. So, I mean, isn't this a sham? I mean, at this point, he has to know, right? He has to know.
Wait, at this point in his life,
The man
does
could
he
be-
at this age, does he know much?
Yeah.
How
think-
cognizant is he?
Care?
Yeah. Exactly.
Does he care?
I probably not. But do you, I honestly think this is all a big sham. I don't think anybody's sleeping with this man. I don't
That's what
think
I
none
think
of
too.
them are sleeping with him.
Yeah, I don't think
I
so
think it's a
either.
big, you want my theory.
I think it's.
And
big
this
I
is
do.
all my theory. This is my theory. and there's I know nothing about this. I'm allegedly, there's been a lot of rumors that, he's gay. And I think this is a giant sham to keep his image up.
I don't.
And on
think
his
he's gay.
deathbed, he's going to come out.
I don't think the man.
I think
is
it's just
gay.
publicity.
But I do think that
Come on.
in
you're
these
80-something years old.
I think like his relationship years ago with Barbie Benton, I think they had a relationship.
They had a relationship,
You know, but now I think, I don't think he's having sex with half these
She
girls.
looks like Kendra, this one.
They all look alike.
They all look alike, yeah. They're all
And if they don't
blonde.
start off looking alike, they end up looking alike.
They make
which
them
is
look like
really
that.
scary.
Stepford Wives.
I don't
Yeah.
know. You know what I mean? Like, first of all, that whole series was just bizarre, right? Three girlfriends in the house. I mean, that's just bizarre.
I know.
And who thought that relationship wouldn't have happened? And people said, "Oh my God, I can't believe Holly left him.
I know.
Can't believe it."
I know.
Really? He was banging the magician. What's his name? Chris Angel.
Yeah.
I mean,
And the other two got married or
one
or-
got married to a basketball player, and the other one, who knows? She's sailing the country.
Yeah.
So Bridget's just sailing the country. But I'm looking at her, this girl, and she's claiming that he had other women. Mm-hmm. And that's why.
Right. That's the only reason.
Yes.
What time frame? I mean, the man probably sleeps 20 hours a day. What time frame is he seeing these other women?
He takes Viagra.
That slur speech. His dentures are flopping around in his mouth. We have to believe this man is a playboy. Really? Really, Hef? Enough with the robe.
Yeah.
It goes to the
Yeah.
past tense now. It's played boy.
But listen, girls will girls will flock to him because they think they're going to get famous.
Hey, listen,
Yeah.
when we went to the party at the Playboy
Oh,
Mansion,
God.
everyone looked like they looked like Pamela Anderson enhanced, or Pamela Anderson light.
Yeah.
They all looked like
And
that.
they were all running around in their bikinis posing for
They were
pictures.
all 22 to
Yeah.
26,
And-
and their boyfriends were all 45 to 68.
right.
Yeah.
Taking
They
pictures.
And
say-
the boyfriends were in bad suits taking pictures.
I don't know if
of
you
them.
saw Playmate of the Year. She was on this whole PR blitz last week because she got Playmate of the Year, and she's a brunette, beautiful, beautiful girl. Chauncey actually
Is that the
photographed.
girl who was on The Apprentice?
No, I don't.
Okay.
No, she's very young. I think she's like 22. She was talking about her, and she said, "Well, everybody knew what she was up to. Crystal was up to, and the second they got together, she got a ton of plastic surgery.
Yeah.
I mean, they said she was done from head to toe. Everything changed on her. And if you look at a picture from her, from 3-4 years ago to now, totally different.
Yeah. Well, that's why they all look alike.
What happened to the twins? Wasn't he dating
was
some 19-year-old twins?
Supposedly. Yes, there were the twins. He met
on.
her and
That's
fell
gross.
deeply in love.
Yeah.
And now, apparently, supposedly, he's sleeping with her best friend.
I mean, this is ridiculous.
He's been
I get
seen
it.
around with her best friend.
This is ridiculous. Can he date a brunette, for God's sake?
No, I don't think he knows
Barbie
how.
Benton was a brunette.
Yeah.
Barbie Benton also came out and said a lot of stuff about him.
Didn't they have a falling out and then a falling back in?
They're still really good friends.
But didn't they have a falling out at one point?
I don't
And
know.
And she
What did she say about him?
I'm not sure.
A lot of weird stuff that would go on.
Oh, in the Playboy
Weird
Mansion?
Yeah.
stuff in the Playboy
Oh,
Mansion?
yeah. Well,
Imagine.
apparently
I believe the gay rumors started off because of Barbie.
apparently that is true, that there was lots of wild sex going on in the mansion back when he was young.
What do you expect, first of all? You're
And-
what do you expect?
There's
Bible readings? What do you think they're doing?
supposedly
Hot Bible reading.
it has been rumored that all of the
Let's read
rooms
Leviticus
had
again.
in-house cameras that he had monitors
Oh, boy.
in his room, and that
What a
he would,
creepy man.
Yes, and that he would at any time like turn on the monitors and watch people and
Oh, my
whatever.
God.
It has been rumored.
And they shot Larry Flint. There's a great documentary on Netflix. It's about the AVNs.
The who?
The
AV
adult.
I was
video-
gonna watch that the other day.
You saw it? It's really good, actually.
interesting.
Really,
Oh,
really
the adult
interesting.
video?
My brother,
Mm-hmm.
should I say? My brother was the host of that one year. He was like the MC.
No.
He was?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Lord.
interesting.
In its early years.
I'm looking at the documentary. I'm trying to find it. I forgot do you know the name? It's really good, actually. And the guy, what he does, he's making a coffee table book where you could put on the table, and it's about porn, but it's done in a very artsy way.
The good porn.
The good porn, yeah. And he's dealing with a lot of these personalities and what they're like, and it's so fascinating, the different characters that are in porn.
I'm sure.
And they follow, one girl that's going to get, like, adult newcomer of the year.
Nice choice of words.
You like that? And Ron Jeremy is her mentor. By the way, Ron
Yeah, and
Jeremy,
have
proud
you
from
seen
Bayside,
it?
Queens,
Yep.
went to my high school, and there's a picture of Ron Jeremy, and it's like the Wall of Fame, and it says
You have
actor.
to be this big to
It
ride
says
this.
actor.
Actor.
You know who else? The guy who played Carl Winslow
Yeah.
in Family Matters.
Yeah, Reginald Vell Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I knew.
And former head of the CIA.
Oh, right.
What's his? He went to 67.
Yeah.
What's his name? I don't know.
You know the
Greek
porn guy, but
I
not
know the porn guy, yeah. But it's interesting how he's coaching
it's
her,
a secret.
and he has mentored
Oh,
this girl,
God.
and they're so happy together. And I'm like, this is the most disturbing thing
He is
I've
so
ever
hideous.
seen.
He is so gross.
That-
I
Hedgehog.
met him once.
Have you? I think
You met
everybody's
him?
met him
I
once.
ran into him at Hustler in Hollywood.
Oh God, what
I
was that
coming
like?
out. He was coming in. He wrote a little note on a napkin for me. He's gross.
Did he write, I was coming out, you were coming in?
No, he wrote, "You rise my jeans" or something.
Oh,
Oh, boy.
God. Ew.
Yeah.
He was a
and
good-looking
not
man at
writing-
one point, right?
Really?
No,
No.
he was
No.
never.
No?
He was
No.
never ever a good
He was
looking guy.
never good looking.
I'm going to Google
He was just younger.
young.
He was young and
Young.
hung and full of
Yes.
I'm looking. I thought he wasn't. I'm looking at a.
No.
Oh, I'm finding out the wrong images when I put in a young. Oh yeah, he wasn't a good looking.
Drop
man.
the mic. Drop the mics for a sec. Drop the mics for just a sec.
Unmute. Okay, we're back.
Sorry.
That's fascinating.
Yes, no, he
I
was,
don't- what a
he was
disturbing-
the man was never good looking. He just was apparently very well hung and willing to use it in front of the
And
camera.
was able to use it, which is one of the
Yeah,
huge
that's true.
things in porn.
Yeah.
It's not about being good looking. It's about having the equipment
and
having
being
the
able to
equipment
use it
be on
for
call.
long periods of time, repeatedly.
No, I think it's such a disturbing industry. Because I'm so fascinated, but I'm not fascinated by the porn. Like, yeah, everybody's fascinated by the porn, but what fascinates me is the characters involved in porn and how
I find it fascinating also.
Just-
My husband does not find it fascinating. I used
the
to
people
watch
in it.
I used to
Yeah,
watch
it just
HBO.
hits a little too close
don't
to
you
home.
Don't you find like people's sexual behavior fascinating?
No, what I find fascinating is their real lives. Like, I would love to see what they do every day.
I read
like
Jenny
Sasha
Jameson's
Grey,
autobiography.
Shopping
great
at
autobiography,
Wallbombs.
great autobiography, by the way. Yeah,
Did you read it?
yeah,
It's really
yeah,
good.
really good.
Yeah,
But
it's
Jenny
really
Jameson book?
good.
yeah.
He also wrote the pickup artist book.
Who?
Ron, what's his name?
Oh God,
Yeah.
he's Spencer's friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows Spence, the guy
Really?
who wrote it. Yeah, he writes all of them.
He's a really good co-writer.
I would love to know what Sasha Grey does on like a Tuesday at 3:00 in the afternoon. Like, nothing going on. Like, what do you do? You know, other than
Sleep.
porn,
There's kickboxing.
kickboxing. Okay.
And then she goes to CVS.
I love the girls that went to college and they got a master's in like
I know.
psychology.
I know.
And then they realize $5,000 a day for banging some dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. That's the interesting
yeah,
thing
well,
to me.
I mean, but it's not. You know, the thing that fascinates me though is that it's like it's not just that. If it were like, if it were okay, you get into bed or on a couch or a floor with some reasonably attractive guy and have sex while they film you. I don't know. That's not so bad, right? I mean, I've had
yeah,
sex
but
with
there's stuff, different things going on there.
Yeah.
I don't know how reasonably good looking the guy is.
Well-
it wouldn't work for me.
But I mean,
Thank you, Lon.
you know what I like the whole gangbang thing, where some chick bangs like
52
100
guys, yeah.
Yes.
Ow.
Ow.
I think you need to be extremely disconnected
Yes.
from any type of emotion. It doesn't matter if
Yes.
it's sexual or happiness, or they have to be so
Yeah.
cut off. And I really think it's a chemical imbalance where they can't. I don't think anybody can mentally block that much of
I
a,
just
Well,
say
a emotional situation.
That's why
I
so
don't think
many
you
of them
can.
are on drugs.
So many of them drugs, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of them, and it was an article I was reading years ago, and they were talking about how extremely sexualized women to that level, they have found certain key chemicals are not where they should be in the
Really?
brain, and that they feel that they a lot of the women in porn might have this,
Okay,
and they were
you
trying to do a
realize that-
study extending into that.
Do you realize now
wouldn't be
that there's a doctor
surprised.
trying to figure out that chemical so that he can give it to
Give it to
people?
people.
Yes,
For
he can give it to
sure.
his wife.
People like, yeah, can I have the gangbang cocktail?
No, I wouldn't be surprised.
That's a great show name if I wouldn't have gotten banned from iTunes. The Gangbang Cocktail.
They,
We have 1 minute left, and we got to wrap up. But go, Joe.
no, that would be very interesting because that is exactly what happens to women in that industry or women who are prostitutes or whatever.
Yeah.
It's that disconnect.
I told you, Ashley Dupre did a really... I got ice in my mouth. This is extremely disgusting and unprofessional. I'm sorry. I shouldn't do that. Ashley Dupre did an interview, and I'm really fascinated by
Just
her.
the one.
Just one. And she was talking about how she was able... Somebody asked her, how are you able to do this? How are you able to become an escort and be that disconnected? Yeah, you make great money, but there has to be something in the back of your mind that says, I'm sleeping with men for money. I'm a prostitute. And she said it was very difficult to do it at first, but once you block it off,
Right.
she had to be emotionally disconnected from everything. It's not just loving this one, loving love, happiness, sadness, everything needs to be disconnected to be able to do that.
That's the big danger of doing that is that a lot of these women, they become so emotionally disconnected.
I would be perfect.
Because you're emotionally
I'm
disconnected.
emotionally disconnected from
That's
everything.
true.
Yeah.
Except the dog.
Except, no, the cat. The cat. I'm connected to the cat. I have a connection with the cat.
The poor dog.
Poor dog.
He's
I
so
know.
cute.
I know he is. We got to wrap it up. But go to our website, guysfromqueens.com. I want to thank our special guest for showing up and sitting on the floor and terrifying me when I turned around because I had no idea what the hell was going on.
Thank you, Katie.
Thank you, Katie,
You're
for
welcome.
showing up. Lon,
Next week, big birthday show. Whose birthday? Mine.
are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure it's
Positive.
my birthday. I'm not so old that I'm like forgetting when my birthday
that he's
is.
forgotten.
Are you positive?
I am positive. So
How old are you turning?
53.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And we have to pick a date to go tubing.
Yes. I will die on that trip. I'm guaranteeing you.
There you
I
go.
know, but we'll take
I'll
I
bring
will
the
not
camera.
make it back. I'm not going to make it. I'm going to be dead. I'm just telling you. I'm going to be dead.
I can zoom the camera
Cool.
on my iPhone
Yeah.
now. I learned how.
Yeah.
So I can film you. dying.
Congratulations.
Cool.
I will see y'all next week. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.